barbecue. Jambalaya time at the Watsons. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make some authentic, somewhat authentic, New Orleans style jambalaya. We got some chicken going. I'm gonna slice up some chicken. Okay. We got a pound of shrimp. All right. We got some andouille sausage, however you pronounce that. And I got some regular smoked sausage we're gonna use. Okay. Got a couple of different peppers we're gonna toss in. So you got a cup of red onion. And we're gonna do some diced tomatoes, some garlic, and some Tony Chacker's Creole seasoning. This stuff is the bomb, okay? Also gonna throw in some rice with some broth and get things happening, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna dice up some vegetables. I'm gonna get all the vegetables diced up, maybe a cup of each, the peppers and the celery. Throw some onions in there, and I'm gonna start sauteing them up a little bit in the bacon grease that I had left over from last night. So hopefully it turns out pretty good. All right, we'll see you back in a few minutes. Okay, I went ahead and diced up all the vegetables. I got them sitting here in a bowl. We're ready to put them all in a pan, get them all sauteing up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start dicing up my chicken while those are happening, okay? What I got maybe 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds of chicken thighs here. I'm gonna separate all the fat from it, pull the bone out, and dice it up small, maybe 1.5 inch size pieces. All right, as you can see, I got my onions all sauteing up. Okay, those are looking good, smelling good. Now I'm gonna come in, I got the celery, I got my peppers, and we're just gonna let them sweat it out for a few minutes. Oh, maybe 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Okay. Give everything a nice clean little mix here. And they start softening up, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of garlic in. Okay. Right now everything's kind of turned up in the bacon fat that I added. It smells wonderful. Okay, I got my chicken all cut up. Cut up. And I got my sausage here. This regular smoked, and this is the Goulier sausage. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to slice some of this sideways, give it a nice little angle cut. Oh, right around 1/8 inch thick, I'm guessing, maybe a little bit more. It just doesn't matter. Okay. So I'm going to get this all cut up, put it in a bowl. On a plate, and I'm going to mix everything all together. Okay, the vegetables been sauteing for about 6 to 8 minutes, right around there. I'll make a little path right here. I got 1 tablespoon of garlic I'm putting in. Okay, I'm going to let that set for a few minutes until I can actually smell it starting to cook. When you start smelling the aroma of the garlic, then I'll mix everything back up in there for the vegetables. I try not to let my garlic burn because then it starts giving it a different flavor, a different texture for it. Alright. Oh, it smells awesome. Okay, so I'm going to give everything a mix. Let it saute for a few more minutes. Then I'm going to start adding in my chicken. And we're going to start cooking that up. Doesn't have to be, chicken won't be totally cooked through, but just enough to get it, just that opaque color that it has, or the white color after it's been cooking for a bit. Okay, so we'll give this a few more minutes and come back with the chicken. Alright, vegetables have been all sauteed up, garlic's in there. Now I'm going to take our chicken. Just say probably about 1.5 pounds. Maybe 2 pounds. We're gonna have a lot of meat in this. Get that separated, all mixed in on the bottom there. Okay. Take a little bit of the Stony Checkers now, and I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on there. I don't even know how much I'm gonna put in. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Yep, that's good. Good for now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let this chicken cook. And I'll start adding in the rest of the sausage, the chicken bouillon, chicken broth, and finally the shrimp, tomatoes. Oh wow, that looks awesome. Now here goes the sausage. Now I cut everything up, sliced it lengthwise, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna give this probably a good 5 minutes or so in there. What I could have done is fried it up in a different pan and darkened it up. What I'm gonna do is just let it go just like this, marry everything together. I hope I don't need a bigger pan. I always do that. I have a tendency to put too much meat in on things. But that's alright. Go big, go home. Whatever you prefer. Oh, it smells awesome. Like I said, I'll let this go for another 5-10 minutes. Probably about 10. And then I'm going to add in chicken broth. Some diced tomatoes. And then eventually we'll put the shrimp in. Alright, that's been simmering for a bit, and it looks awesome. The smells in this house are just unbelievable. So here I'm adding a can of diced tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to mix this in for a bit, and I'm going to come back with about 3 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to bring everything up to a boil, and then I'm going to add some rice and give it about 20 minutes, and then man, I think we'll be good to go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, here's 2 cups of chicken broth. Oops, spilling it on my stove. And there's the 3rd cup. So I'm going to cover this, bring it up to a boil, and then we'll add some rice. Okay, she's at a pretty good roll here on the boil. Only took about 10 minutes or so to get up that high. So now I'm going to add in 2 cups of rice. Mix that in there. Hopefully it doesn't go all over my stove. The wife is gonna be mad. I'm gonna let this go for another 15 minutes or so. I'm gonna come back, probably stir it once or twice, just to keep the rice and anything else from sticking to the bottom of it. Okay. And I can sprinkle a little bit more of that Tony Checkers on there, the Creole sauce or Creole seasoning. That's one thing, you can add as much as you want or as little as you want. Alright, about 15 minutes, I'm going to come back and drop the shrimp in. And the shrimp only take about 5 minutes to cook, so, okay. Okay, so then that was bubbling for about 10 minutes covered, and I tell you what, doesn't that look awesome? Doesn't that look good? Now that rice is going to absorb all the liquid that's in there and blend all them flavors together. It's going to be great. I come across another tomato I had in the fridge, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that in there. Okay. Wow, that smells good. Okay. So I'm going to take some shrimp. I got a pound of shrimp here. I had. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put those in. Spread them around. These only need about 5 minutes to cook in here. So everybody's seen what shrimp looks like when it's done. Okay. So I'm going to take them, I'll work these down in there. Oh, yeah. This is going to be good. I didn't need another bowl or another pan. That's a good thing. I can't wait to try it. Give those about another 5 minutes, and then we'll see what she looks like. All right, everybody, I just took it off the stove. All right, I'm sitting here in the cupboard right now. Let's give it an unveiling and see what we think. Hopefully that's in focus good enough. Oh yeah, that looks totally awesome. We got the sausage in there. We got the shrimp. Oh, it looks great. Extremely hot though. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this cool down for a few minutes, and then I'll go ahead and I'll plate some up and give it a shot. All right, we got some all bowled up. Now we're gonna take and we'll see what she's like. Gosh, she looks delicious. Still pretty warm. Take some of that rice, piece of that shrimp, piece of that sausage. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. It's just a flavor of explosion. That's the only thing I can. It's awesome. It's, man, if you never made your own jambalaya, go ahead and try it. I mean, it's not that difficult. It's, oh man. And the chicken. We're giving that one a thumbs up. Hey, if you like the channel, think we ought to do more stuff like this, give us a holler, subscribe, let me know. All right, try some jambalaya. It's awesome.